One of the things that makes EFL really cool is that everyone gets to derive their own meaning from what they see happening. And it's my job to just observe and to watch and to let people have just fully their own experience. And I'm not doing any leading or guiding or suggesting. I'm just asking really well-timed questions and creating space based off of what the people in front of me are saying, needing, feeling, sensing, all of those things. The skill of just saying what you see and not adding layers of meaning onto it initially is actually something that took me a lot of time to practice. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I just sat down in our pasture. These are what the horses are doing. So I observe that they are all grazing. I notice that Apollo is standing on the highest ground and the rest are standing in a valley. I notice that Apollo is looking towards the other horses. Along with that, I notice that Bucky is looking towards Apollo. I notice that these three are standing around close to some trees. I notice that Bullet is also standing by a tree, but he is just one horse standing just by one tree. I see that the three horses that were in the small cluster of trees have spread out to now be standing by themselves. And I noticed that Bullet, who was standing by the single tree, is now standing in the space between the single tree and the group of trees. I noticed that Apollo and Bucky are still standing with Apollo on the higher ground, and that Bucky is standing in the lower ground. Notice that they're both grazing, and instead of looking at each other, they are grazing facing parallel. And they have remained about the same distance apart from each other. I notice Apollo taking some deep breaths and walking towards me. So just the noticing was that Apollo moved himself to stand by me. But the feeling that I got from that was that he was coming to stand watch over me, coming to protect me, coming to hang out with me, choosing to be with me, even in this giant pasture. As you watch that and as you notice certain things too, what meaning do you place on it? What is it pulling up for you? What symbolism are you seeing? What is it telling you? I would love to know. Tell me in the comments.